Ooh, the cricks. I don't like that. Dear friend, let's change the chairs. This one doesn't have a wheel. This one doesn't have a wheel. Oh no, I'm short. So as you can see, this is all about no editing, no fake laughter, no nothing. Just put the clips together and talk about stuff. It's more of a mood diary in the sense that I'm keeping track of how I feel. Like, for instance, let's see the date first. That's how it's done. Today is January 11th, 2024. And I woke up like shit because I didn't sleep too much. And I didn't want to do any videos. So I started to script another video and learn about this beautiful thing, the editing, the speed editor. Let's put it just over here. The speed editor. And now, I was looking for the bumping into the microphone, of course. I was looking for the vitamin water. I'm having some vitamin C because in the script I said that vitamins are quite good in order to have more motivation. Quite ironic because I was writing about motivation and how to not have a creative block, and I was unmotivated. And the feeling was the feeling of no motivation was because I kind of slept late and woke up at 7:30, 7:40. And yeah, I just didn't feel good. I still don't. I'm fasting. Well, I'm doing one meal a day, which is quite the new thing, but it helps me to, of course, there is music whenever you record. It helps me to quit smoking. Whenever I quit smoking, it's, I don't know, my 7th time I'm quitting smoking. And it really helps because the hunger you feel, it just overpowers the need for cigarettes. So that's one thing I'm doing right now. And I forgot to put the camera on picture, on the correct picture profile. I'm going to do it right now. The image is going to be so much more beautiful. Okay. Closer, better, more contrast, better colors. I need to move a bit to the right. Excuse the microphone shake, is gonna sound like shit, but there is no editing. What else? I met with a friend. I took Sophie out like 3 times. The dog. Sophie's the dog. Since we are talking for the first time, you should know some things about me. That I have a dog. I like to paint. Sometimes all these paintings behind me are made by me. And I'm trying to start like 3 or 4 new businesses, which is crazy considering that for 3 months I didn't do anything. I didn't go to work. I didn't do absolutely nothing. But I do feel better right now knowing that I'm doing some things. So it's quite interesting, the fact that I feel so much better when I do stuff than when I just become a couch potato. It's different. It is more fulfilling, of course. because you are accomplishing things. Let me just take my glasses off. So let's have some more vitamin water. I hope you're well as well. Well as well. I'm not English. I'm not English. I'm actually Eastern European. I'm from Romania. I live in Romania. And yeah, I deviated from the subject. Everything that is this video about is about the mood, tracking the mood. So I was speaking about the fact that I didn't feel like filming anything except this. And then except this. I came up with the idea of this just so I have an outlet, something so easy and free flowing, and you get so many benefits. You track your mood, you have memories, you can basically just burn the sensor on the camera. I was thinking about a friend of mine who I met, a Dutch friend of mine. I met him in the seaside in Romania. He was traveling, and I told him that if I had his camera, I used to have a $150 camera, Canon 600D, and it was just awful. It was, I think, in video. In photos, it was okay, but in video, it was just like a toaster oven. I think my smart air fryer takes better better video, and I told him that if I had his camera that was doing 4K, it was interchangeable. I think a Panasonic something. If I had his camera, I would just burn the sensor. I would use it so much that I would burn the sensor, and yeah, I'm thinking about the fact that I should be looking into the camera, but this show, this diary, the diary of a friend, is more about feeling natural and doing whatever feels good, not thinking about the fact that you should look into the camera. But it's quite distracting to look at myself in the, at least now, if I have the laptop down, then I can look towards the camera. It's a good tip. So I came up, going back, jumbling with so many thoughts from idea to idea, and then coming back to them. I came up with this idea of whatever this is, the diary of a friend. I'm calling it the diary of a friend, with no editing, with no scripting, because I was already doing some exercises where I would just look into the camera and speak, but I wouldn't film it at all. I would just speak and try to speak for as long as possible on a different subject. It didn't matter what I said. It mattered that I kept the flow and I continued to speak for minutes on end without any pauses, without any ums and uhs and stuff like that, and without repeating the same words over and over. And it's quite interesting to do this exercise talking about your day as a video diary. I think it's quite amazing. And then I can just look back and see whatever happened on January 11th, 2024. How was I feeling? What did I do? So what else did I do? I woke up pretty early and I started transferring and backing up all the videos I filmed last night. I tried to play around with the video projector to see if I can do colored backgrounds on a white wall. I met with a friend. Then I went for a walk. I meditated for 20 minutes thinking that it will help me to get motivation and energy and stuff like that. I wrote one script for a video, a full script, quite good. It's about the fact that you don't have to really pay anything to get motivation, and you just need to meditate, to fast, to drink some vitamins, and to relax and take breaks. And if meditation and fasting and moving around doesn't help, then it's not the day. And you should, this is where the seedling of the idea came from, of this diary of a friend thing, because I said at the end that you should keep track of your feelings in video form. Even if you don't publish them, you will have them as records, as digital records for years to come, in order to see what you felt in that moment and how it was going. I was thinking on the way home from the shop, I was thinking that I really want an employee or two or three, but whenever I do have them, I feel too much responsibility and pressure, and I always tell myself that this time is going to be different and I'm not going to feel that way, but I always do feel too much responsibility over them. They put so much trust in me, and I'm just a guy. I cannot really give them security. No job can give them security, but I don't know. It just feels like I was thinking of smiling just now, forcing a smile, and just thinking about the fact that I don't have to made me smile. It's funny. The fact that I didn't have to smile for the camera made me laugh and smile. I don't really want to solve all of my issues right now. I think this whole thing, whatever this is more about expressing and about venting out all of the bad juju, all of the bad jujus, and trying to amuse myself. I should lift up the microphone just a tiny bit. Well, can I? Because I'm slumping down. Yeah, I was just feeling it in my back, so that's why I moved the microphone. Yeah. What else? I have this feeling in my eyes. I bought some sunglasses, so it helps. So I don't have to, when I walk Sophie out, I don't have to get in the scorching sun, even though it's like -4 degrees Celsius right now, which is quite cold. It's a freezing. It's a freezing. And yeah, I was amazed at the fact that yesterday I filmed quite a bit, like 3 hours. And I didn't get a sore throat the next day, since I discovered that I vibrate my voice and my vocal cords, and that really fucks up your voice. Since I figured that out, and the fact that you don't really have to project like a motherfucker, you don't have to project your voice that much, then yeah, I can film and record for 2 or 3 hours without really needing, well, I take a lot of breaks, but speaking of breaks, let's have some vitamins. Let's swirl these vitamins up and drink up. Another idea I had today was in regards to optimizing the shit out of things. And whenever you think about optimizing, everybody thinks that it's about efficiency, when in fact you should probably optimize for fun and fulfillment. But fulfillment just sounds so serious. Optimizing for fun and trying to understand how you can really enjoy every moment of what you're doing. Like this right now doesn't feel hard at all, even though it's basically the same scenario as with two cameras and the light and everything else. But just the fact that I don't feel the need to really emote and really project my voice and have to smile and fake smile and everything else. Of course, I try to, that fake smile, I try to not fake it. I try to generate it. I try to find the humor in things. I'm talking as if somebody cares. Yeah. What else? There are, oh, that's a good idea. There are a lot of things happening. As I told you, I'm starting like 3 businesses and doing so many things. And there are a lot of things that I don't know and I should learn. This is the period where I learn quite a bit. For instance, right now, instead of filming in 4K, I saved myself like, because this is all about lowering the effort. I don't want to feel like this is work at all. This is just my video diary. And I lowered the amount of work from having to have 2 files to download them to everything. I just use the camera as a what's it called, as a webcam, even though it's 720p, which is quite shit. But because of the light and because of the lens, this 720p looks quite amazing. So yeah, I think it's quite good that I didn't force myself to film a video, a proper video, or whatever that means, because there is sounds, there is music, there is neighbors, which kind of sucks. And also, I think I came up with this idea, which is really crazy how good I feel just without any pressure on sitting straight or smiling. I'm sitting straight right now, not because I want to look good on camera, but because my back kind of hurts. I have to use the foam roller. That's the next thing I'm gonna do after I end up having to blabber my mouth away. It's quite funny. Well, it's interesting. If it was funny, it would make me laugh. But it's quite interesting, the fact that the less pressure you feel to do something, the more natural it becomes. And if you eliminate as much of as you can of the friction of the need to come up with beautiful words and interesting ideas and stuff like that, and also the friction of having to connect things, having to set up things, if you eliminate the pressure of things, then it's quite a liberating experience of just creating and not needing to really think about stuff. Like the fact that I don't have to look into the camera like every second of the video, it just feels good. And I hope it actually looks good as well. I hope, but if it doesn't, I don't care. If I have the setup, like if I have the light or I have the camera or I have this, I'll just do it. But maybe some days I'll just film with my phone. Maybe someday I just do an audio version because I'm not going to be home all the time. or have a camera all the time on me. For instance, just now I didn't really set up the softbox on the light, so the light is quite harsh. If I look into it, it kind of hurts my eyes. I shouldn't look there. I should look into the camera. Shouldn't, it doesn't matter. And yeah, I'm gonna do another video later on the same topic at the end of the day to see what happened and what else I've done. It's just about it. Let me think if I forgot about something else. Yeah, I found a way to put the softbox in a very nice place. Basically, it's on the ceiling, and I use the door to press it down a bit on the ceiling, and it just stays there. Yeah. So see you in another angle. It's going to be another angle, and it's going to be the same day but later today. It's the end of the day, and I have some tea, and I have some things to tell you. As I promised, welcome to a new camera angle. The camera is a bit closer, and I feel much more closer to it. This curiously doesn't really bother me that much. When it's further away, I cannot focus on it, so it's a bit more complicated. As you can tell, I'm a bit more charismatic, and I can speak for and I can speak for myself with better words, even though I just got rid of them just now. But I'm a bit more amused because I filmed a video. It was okay. It was about deliberate movements of the hand and tonality and very like elaborate shit. But yeah, it does make a huge difference if you look into the camera, of course. This is part of the body language, but moving your hands, if you move like this, your hands, I see sometimes people that move just this fast on the camera. It's not okay. Even if you go like this and you move, and it tends to become way faster than the speech. So if you just tone it down a bit and emphasize exactly when you need to and on the words that you want and in the way that you want, it's like a dance. People will be enthralled. Beautiful word. Enthralled to see you. But this is not a video about that. This is a video about feelings. Let me recuperate. How do I feel? A bit frustrated. I'm a bit frustrated because I tried to make a NAS, a network attached storage, out of an old laptop, and I couldn't. I started editing a video and I didn't finish it. Well, started, whatever. Tried to start, did a bit more. And then I actually feel happy that I started the video and recorded because I'm actually feeling better. And as you can see, even though, well, I'm not tired as I was in the last video, the same video as this, but the first part. It feels so good not having to edit anything about this thing. I'm feeling hopeful because of this day, this specific day, but let me just distract myself less. Oh, see? Eliminate distractions. If you cannot watch yourself, then you're not going to look into the screen. I don't have to look at myself. It's just weird how we like to look at ourselves when we are on camera. We're like trying to judge every movement that we do and understand it. It's so nice because I do have a flippy screen on the video, on the camera, but it's blocked by the wire that goes into the laptop. emotions. Let's open up. That's what this is about. Diary of a Friend. Cool idea. It's been a great day, but the more great days I have, the more I feel like they're gonna stop and I'm just gonna go back to the way I was and stop creating and just feel depressed and lonely and not really have a direction in life. Instead of now, when I give this direction to myself, it's like I just try to do however much I can, even if sometimes it's hard, even if I wake up 2 hours too early and I feel tired because I worked all day yesterday. I think I had triple the output that I had today or more. But I did some things today as well. So it was nice. Took Sophie out again, had some food. Oh my God. It was so relaxing. It just felt so good to eat after like I don't know, 10 hours of not eating all day. And then I had some beautiful, juicy pork. Porky pork, porcupine. Not eating porcupine, don't worry. So I'm not really thinking that you're worrying. I know you don't take these things too seriously. If you're here and listening to this, then trust me, we vibe. Even I get like very bored by myself, so why wouldn't you? But then again, this is all about tracking emotions and understanding what happened during the day and if it changed. If somehow it got better the more the day went, it means that there was some semblance of success there. I don't know. I feel good. I really, really feel good about doing this video diary thing. Is It's quite nice. It's so relaxing to just open up and talk about anything that goes through my little small and constricted and beat up and wounded brain. Yeah. I have some tea. I think it's black tea or something like that with some lime. I didn't have lemon, so I put some lime in it. I wanted to have some wine, but unfortunately, I ran out of wine. Again, not a native speaker of English. Quite interesting. Hopefully, you don't mind a little bit of an accent, a little bit of an accent. I do like making silly voices. I do like making silly voices, and I think that and I hope that I'm improving because it would be a nice thing to be able to speak like this whenever I'm making videos. But when I'm making videos, I have to be the entertainer, the monkey dancing on camera. I just have to be a clown. It does feel like that sometimes, but I know it's a bit more entertaining, and it has to be entertaining. I sure, I sure hope so. You would never like doubt is such a big thing in videos. People just want to feel secure. They want to feel like you know what you're talking about and you're not wasting their time. Dude, so or lady. I don't know. I don't know who listening. Probably nobody. Well, you're not a nobody. You're special. And yeah, if you are really looking for a thing to lose a few hours over, it would be this, that people really who make videos really try to be as certain as they can be on camera, even though they don't feel certain and they don't really believe in that message so much. They know it's true, but belief is something different, you know, knowing that something is true and marching in the world and talking about it and then preaching. It's a whole other thing. It's like everything is actually extremely laughable. We're not doing serious things here. We're just making home videos. It's like that uncle with the VCR, whatever it's called, mini DV. We're just that, but a bit more fancy. With a better lens, with a better microphone, and better technology. And we get to share it with everybody. And if we are lucky, we find some people who will listen. But think about this, who ever listened to us for 20 minutes, for 40 minutes? Who listens that intently to something that is just a rambling? It's like so interesting. You, the whole internet and algorithm and whatever, it just goes to a certain kind of person who will listen to that. And it's quite interesting. It's like, and you start to think about the numbers. You're like, I'm doing this, I'm talking to a piece of plastic with a screen and a small, well, small piece of glass. I think it's acrylic anyway. It's not, the lens is not made of glass, I think. You look at it and then actually on the other end, there are like 100 people, 100,000 people, 2 million people. Who knows? And it's so crazy. It's like, even if it's 100 people, which is not that difficult to do, if they listen to you for 3 minutes to talk, each one of them, my mom doesn't listen 3 minutes for me speaking continuously. But it's a different experience because you get this feeling of intimacy, or you get this entertainment, or you get this information that you want. I think that's a great piece of observation and motivation, because if you really think about it, 100 people is quite a lot, and people are not happy with 1,000 views. I'm like, dude, that's 1,000 people. I know you get close to nothing for 1,000 views, but it's 1,000 people who clicked on you, decided they want to watch, they watched you for 2 minutes or 10 minutes or 50 minutes or whatever, how long they wanted to watch you. That's just an eye-opening experience. You can do this. You can go so far with even minimum effort, just like this. I know this is not the best content, and it's not the most entertaining and punctuated and moving and dancing, but it feels nice to open up and really think about stuff and understand the motivations. Yeah, I think even 20 people is a lot of people, man. Try to go to a bar and try to show 20 people a 2-minute video. They're just gonna get distracted as fuck. They're just gonna be like, yo, it's 2 minutes. Just go away. Don't take 2 minutes out of my life. So, yeah, I think this is quite an interesting experience and realization. I hope I stay like this. I hope I stay motivated with thinking about just 100 people per video. That's quite nice. See you tomorrow.